Okay, Saturday morning in the kingdom, and it is dark out here. Yes, it's officially dark. The me phone is correcting for the darkness. Yes, it's the shortest day of the year. It's the winter solstice. Yes, not the equinox, not the car. It's the solstice. So this morning we woke up to a warm minus 19, but feels like minus 26. It's like night and day compared to yesterday. Yesterday was officially chilly. And Johnny G said when he was bringing the beer to WHO-ville, his temperature on the truck or the semi-truck said minus 40 as he rolled into WHO-ville. Yes, it was chilly yesterday. We got vehicles up and running. All right, on the yo-yo scale, minus 2 Fahrenheit, but feels like minus 15 Fahrenheit. Yes. All right, let's back up. I don't think I need to see the lights or whatever on the card or this thing. All right, just taking a chance with the me phone outside the hoe shack. Yes, it's the winter solstice, and we got to congratulate the winner, Marvin. Yes, just Marvin. Marvin the Martian, yes. That was a good cartoon back in the day with Bugs Bunny and them guys. Those Looney Tunes were excellent. Okay, have we got everything? Yes, shortest day of the year, so I'm not sure how much actual daylight we'll have. All right, so let's scroll this way. We can see no sun, nothing out there. It's all darkness. And we'll scroll this way. The 38 GMC, pump the gas, off it goes. No computer, no nothing. Just start and run like the good old days. And look at that. We have no smoke coming out of the wood stove chimney of the shop because that top barrel thingy's going to fall off today. The gravitational pull and the rotation of the earth is going to make it fall off because we've had enough. Burning all this wood for no heat. Oh, that's like a marriage with no sex. Oh, did I say that? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. All right, but that's what it is. We're wasting time with that double barrel. We'll include it in the book, stating that it doesn't work up here at the end of the world. It may work in the south for people that don't have high pressure, low pressure affecting this. Oh, this intro's really screwing up. But then again, I'm sober. Yes. All right, let's get to work because here comes the boss. Okay, the whole shack stove over there is turned right off. I've got the damper shut, the vent shut, the door shut, everything's shut, and it's burning hot. And I mean hot. It's like hot in there because it's nice outside. And over here, we didn't start the fire in this piece of shit because we knew it would just be pointless. We have to get this done. So we got this here cut out. I cut it in little strips and knocked them in because we didn't know if the chimney was going to come down on us or not. Oh, I got the burps. Because we just welded it to the rafters. Yes, the rafters we made. All right, so let's get this barrel stove or the top barrel off. We've had enough of this, and it puts out like next to nothing for heat. Also, too, we now have to work quickly because our heat source is the furnace at the front, but it's never designed to actually heat this whole shop with the extension. It has two elements disconnected because we only have 200 amps of power coming to the kingdom. So that's the way it's been for the last 15 years. So they can heat this shop no problem, or this part of the old shop. So I was using Mr. Heater here. What a piece of shit. I think we bought it in 2019, and for 5 years, it's been nothing but drama. Yes. So today, the last time we went to use it, it was flashing the code light down there, saying flashing 4 times. So today we got it going. It was keeping the shop warm. It ran for about 10 minutes, and then it's flashing 2. Yes. So in other words, I wouldn't even recommend this piece of shit to my ex-wife. Yes. Well, it's a junk. It's junk. It's absolutely done nothing for me. It's always having codes and issues. Oh, wait. That's why we got rid of the 2013 Tahoe, because it had codes and issues. So now I'm trying to deal with this. So I'm not going to waste any time with this. I might drive the D6 cat over it because it's so useless. All right. Every time we need it the most, it quits. So let's get our ass in gear. And we're using the plasma cutter, the 30A plus by Pro Point 38 plus. Oh, these lips, I'm so confused. All right, let's get going here. We got to get this top tank cut off and get a pipe in, or we're going to be frozen little popsicles in the shop. Oh my, I create my own problems like when I said I do.
Saturday morning in WHO-ville, it's almost 10 a.m. and as you can see, it is snowing out here. It warmed up a bunch last night and it started to snow, so let's head inside, let the dogs out and make breakfast. Then at 11 a.m. I'll get the skidoo out and head up and do some shopping. Almost 11 a.m. and I just got the skidoo out, and I'll head up and do some shopping, then go over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Almost 11:30 and I just finished up shopping. I had to go to 2 stores, and in these 2 bags plus the coffee, it was about $200, but I did get a nice chicken so we can have a Christmas supper. Now let's head over to the Kingdom and drop everything off. 11:30 and I made to the Kingdom. I forgot to mention I got a big box of eggs as well, which was about $40, and it isn't too bad. That'll last us a good month or two. That was with this, so it came up to $200 in total. Now we'll bring everything inside and see what my dad's doing. Almost 12 p.m. and I just dropped off all the groceries. My dad is in the shop taking off that top barrel to make it back into a single barrel stove, so I'll go back into WHO-ville and make lunch. Then when he's ready, I'll return. 12 p.m. and I just made back from the Kingdom and put the toboggan away. Now I'll head inside, let the dogs out, and make lunch. As you can see, it is still snowing out here. Look at that. Maybe we'll get a white Christmas after all. Almost 1 p.m. and I'm just finishing up lunch. This is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's minus 16 degrees Celsius, which is 3 degrees Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It is still snowing out here. There's actually supposed to be a lot of snow coming. So let's head inside, let the dogs back in. Then I'll head over to the Kingdom and see what my dad's doing.
Okay, 1 o'clock in the Kingdom, and we had to work through lunch because of that piece of shit Mr. Heater thing didn't quit. So we had to work in here and give her and get it done because we needed heat back here. So this is the first fire. It's been going about 5 minutes, and we got, how would you say, leakage and stuff. But we're not too worried because it was supposed to be a relaxing day. You know, drink a couple of beers, cut the pipe at the proper angle, be nice and warm, but Mr. Heater decided to quit. So then we had to drop everything, go find a piece of pipe and make it fit, and it was getting cold in here. Yes, it was getting cold because I turned the furnace off at the front because all it was doing is running consecutively. It was just running and running and running, and there was no heat because it's too hard to heat this part of the shop because of the extension. So that's just like me at the nudie bar, just running around in circles until I'm exhausted. So we got the plasma cutter out, we had the MIG welder out, yes, the Hobart Handler 100, and we made it fit. All right, so what we did was cut strips and strips and strips, and well, we started with a long piece first, and we cut and cut until it fit, and then when it was close enough, we just added the filler rod and some little pieces. We had to cut this and bend it down and all that philosophies, and then we had some pieces up here, but we got it done. It was hard to weld at the end because it was getting cold in here and the helmet was fogging up. So here you are trying to weld, and we did it. Yes, we did it. We have a couple of leaks I can see here because we have the creosote or whatever, that foo-foo stuff leaking out. But the main thing is we got the heat on here. In 10 minutes, it has warmed up the shop. I turned the furnace on, it was running steady, and now the furnace has shut itself off, and you can feel the heat from this thing. That double barrel stove idea, I don't know. That gave me a reason to drink like when I said I do. All right, let's pull these tools back, let the shop warm up, and go have some lunch, and then the staff will be here after lunch to gather more wood.
2 p.m. and I'm just getting ready to head over to the Kingdom now. I was supposed to go there at 1, but my dad wasn't quite ready yet, so now I'll head over and see what he's up to. Pretty sure he has the wood stove all put back together, so hopefully it's warm in the shop. Just after 2 p.m. and I made to the Kingdom. Looks like we are just doing wood this afternoon. My dad is pretty chilled from working on the wood stove this morning, so let's head down to the shop and see what he's doing. Down at the shop now, my dad's going to get the mini out and move some stuff around. While he's doing that, I'm going to go in behind the house and fill up these tubs. I made a nice little slide here, got my rope hooked up, so hopefully I can get these tubs around. 2:30 and I just got all 4 of the tubs filled. I have my rope so I can hook onto the bottom here with my little bungee cord hook and drag them back over to the shop. Hopefully they don't fall over. Back up at the shop, and I was able to get all 4 totes around no problem. My little hook and the rope situation seems to be working, so I'll continue doing that instead of carrying 1 tub back at a time. Almost 3 p.m. we just finished cutting up a bunch of firewood, put 2 rail ties in the shop and the hoe shack. Hopefully my dad has a better burn now that he changed the stove back to how it was before. Just after 3 p.m. we finished gassing up the welder that's in the back of the 38, so we are ready for the morning. Gonna try for 9 a.m. to go into WHO-ville to weld the braces on my chimney pipe. Hopefully no drama. I'm officially done in the Kingdom, so I'll grab my dog treats and head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather at 5 p.m.
Okay, 4 o'clock in the Kingdom and looking out the shop window here. Just like Barnes Freighters and my grandpa had it back in 1930 to 1952. Look at all those Chevy trucks lined up. All right, so we're very pleased with this stove. Changing out that top barrel, we got some nice steady heat. Yes, steady heat. It feels good. Now I have to relearn how to operate this stove because I ran it as a double barrel for over a year now. So now we have to relearn. We have to run it like the single barrel in the hose shack. But we got some nice heat coming out. And main thing is to get the shop nice and warm. So we got some ties and everything cut. And those things burn pretty good. So we have some wet wood to slow the burn down. Yes. All right. So this is very pleased. Oh. I got chilled in the shop here, and these welds don't look actually too bad. Yes, I can't believe we actually did it. It was chilly. The welding lens was fogging up, but we got it done. That's the main thing. We can't quit and cry or go get drunk and fall down like everybody else. We have to get it done or go play the Xbox. All right, let's go check on the hose shack. Okay, over in the hose shack, and this stove is set up as operating about the same as the one in the shop. We're set about the same because that's the weather temperature, the air pressure system outside. We're getting some nice steady heat, okay? This is a smaller building, but the fact is you feel the heat off the stove, so then you know it's burning or not. And of course, this little piece of shit, useless thing quit. So just like a novelty item, it wore out and broke. It didn't really do anything. Whoops, sorry about that. All right, so instead of wasting money on that little fan that did nothing, I should have bought 2 cases of beer and enjoyed boobies. Yes, enjoyed boobies instead. We got some wet wood in here. We got some ties, so this will dry out pretty nice. We need the wet wood to go with the ties to slow the burn. And then over here, we put the little Bunsen burner back in. Mr. Heater, Mr. Piece of Shit. We put it back here, marked on it. It's coding 2 now, and the date and everything, so unreal. So I don't know what to do with that. Maybe keep it for my estate's sale or something like that, or maybe gift it to the ex-wife. I don't know. What a piece of crap that thing is. I can't believe it. But it's all the computer, chipboards and everything in it. If we can afford the propane and get it locally, we'll be going back to the propane tiger torch in the stovepipe, and that keeps everything warm. All right. So we got some nice temperature at 20 in here with the stove turned right down. And look at that. It's 4 o'clock. Maybe we should have a beer to celebrate. Yes, celebrate the shortest day of the year. Okay, I did untangle the flags over there, and they haven't tangled themselves back up because there's no wind, there's nothing. So the 38 GMC is ready to go to the staff's house to do that welding on our chimney. So we'll call it an emergency service call. And also too, this is how cold it was yesterday. This is warm cardboard that was in the house. We carried it out. We, sized it up to the grill and sliced it quickly with the Ofla knife. Yes, the Ofla knife. And then when I went to fold it around the curved grill, the cardboard broke. That's how freaking cold it was yesterday. It just broke and snapped. So that was okay. But that gives it character. All right, so we have the 38 GMC plugged in. And under here, we have the timer. So that's going to quick click on to, warm the motor up for tomorrow. You have to remember these block heaters is equivalent to the coffee pot in your house. They draw a lot of power, and people don't understand that. They'll put timers on vehicles and try to save money, but they'll leave the coffee pot on and leave it on all the time. My parents were good for that, and yet they had timers on everything that they plugged in, but the coffee pot was on steady. Oh, look at this. We're ready to go for the emergency service call tomorrow. All right, let's see what else we can get into. Okay, on Wednesday when we had the loader out and getting that, waiting for Johnny G, we kept the loader warm by hauling up some railroad ties from the back there, and we threw it in a pile there so the mini hole can come and grab. And look at the flags, they're looking good, especially the American flag there, in honor of the ladies of WASP who flew that Beach 18. So over here we just take the mini hoe, see the tracks. Yes, we have the shortest day of the year. It's getting dark out here, but the mini phone is correcting the darkness. So we have a bunch of debris here we got to cut up and process before Christmas Day. Yes, before Christmas Day. Yes, because we want to take the Lynn tractors out to drive by Dairy Queen to wave at the ladies. Yes, take both Lynns out and do a wave or drive by. Yes, so we're going to get this stuff processed. So that's pretty good. We handle the trees once out of the bush, throw them in a pile, handle them twice to get them here, and then handle them the third time to go into the wood stove. So this is working out well, but we've done this for years. Each year we keep improving it because, oh wait, I'm getting old, so we can't keep doing this. And look at the flags over there. And the building settled again today. I don't know, maybe because I cut the, the top tank or the chimney off or whatever. So I have to give the ratchet lever come along thingy bob there. The chain hoist, 2 clicks to get the building doors to line up. Oh my, we create our own problems like when we said I do. Okay, we'll be short video today because we couldn't film this morning working on the wood stove because it was too freaking cold in there. Yeah, so the me phone doesn't liking it. So they'll add something from the past and call it good. That way everybody gets the full 20-minute nap. Well, end of the day video because we were celebrating last night too much of the victory over the MIG welders, and the staff's got our fence panels all done here. So it sure felt good winning over those MIG welders after 22 years of abuse. The staff has gotten really good at doing vertical uphand and everything on her MIG or post here. And she's welding with a 3/32 rod, and it's a 7018, and it's a cheap rod. So the odds are not in her favor, but she's done very well. And now on Tuesday, I guess, or Monday, she'll be working on the doors for these fences. Okay, I had a really good day on the 41 Chevy 4x4 truck. We're getting a lot of the loose ends put on here and things hooked up, and we'll take a picture inside. Okay, it's slowly coming along with the master switch and the gauges all coming into play. We kind of got carried away with the torch back 20 years ago, making this into a fun truck, but this is the standard angle iron with the toggle switches, so they fit nicely on the dash. We try not to butcher the dash too much, but it'll work out pretty good. So we have a few things to hook up, the shifter and the 4x4. Okay, instead of rolling up the cables right away with the staff, we decided I'd weld the box onto the 41 Chevy here. So it's not very often I have to wear the leathers outside the bedroom, but the overhead and vertical welds are a little hard on the skin. So it's 7018, X caliber, 1/8 burned up and an overhead. So now I'm done the project. Now we can go drink some beer and relax. Talk to you later. Well, Sunday in the Kingdom, and it's been 6 months, over 6 months since we bought the book bourbon. Sir Rodney was down in Winnipeg driving around handling my parents' estate. And then he came north on the May long weekend, thanks to Dr. Hook Towing and Bob's Towing out of Winnipeg and Thompson. They delivered the book bourbon right to my doorstep. So this is an old cop car, like Elwood Blues told his brother Jake when he picked him up at the Joliet Penitentiary. It's got a cop motor, cop suspension, and cop batteries. See, there's the factory battery over there, and we have the cop battery over here. So it's kind of nice there being in the north. So we have two batteries, so now we know they both won't go. Okay, being a famous 5-star Amazon author, there's a couple of books on the romance side of Amazon. I do not need all the seats in the vehicle, but the true thing of the north is we don't travel with the spare tire underneath the vehicle because it never comes down. And this is what we do. We have to use the little zip grinder, die grinder, to cut the cable so the tire falls down. Now the tire will ride inside where the seats used to be. So we have to modify everything big time. And of course the book said the tools for changing the tire are right here. And of course it's a good thing Rodney in Winnipeg didn't have a flat tire because he'd be calling Dr. Hook Towing to get it changed. So we'll change things around here and make it so it's usable as a truck for the north. And another thing we also do is put in winter -45 windshield washer antifreeze because the other stuff from the south just freezes. Okay, 2 hours of our life well spent organizing the book burb, so we're ready to go over the so-called road. Okay, with the seat removed, everything from the pink crew cab can fit nicely in here. And the main thing is the tire is tied down because we bolted the straps while using the seat bolts. The important spare tire and the booster cables are there. The axe and handsaw and everything is there. This is all for survival. That's why there's a tarp and everything. And we got my bed sheet here, so we cover everything so people peeking in the windows don't see it. But this is what it takes to survive. On the pink crew cab, we did lots of trips over that road, helped people out, plus we broke down and had to survive.
5 p.m. and this is the temperature we're sitting at right now. It's -15 degrees Celsius, which is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. We even had the feels like on the bottom. It was pretty nice out there this afternoon, but it's starting to chill off, and it is still snowing. Hopefully we get a bit more snow by the morning, but I guess we'll find out. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs out, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, it's the shortest day of the year for us up in the Great White North. Yes, Wilderness, Alaska, but in northern Manitoba. So we've had enough today. We worked hard, got that chimney done and chimney built and everything. That was not planned. It was supposed to be a relaxing day, drinking some beverage and having fun. But instead it turned out to be rush, rush, rush and freeze. So let's have some victory drinks. We're going to quit early because it's the shortest day of the year. We'll have a drink for that and celebrate. And then tomorrow the big trip into WHO-ville for the emergency welding. Yes. So look at the flags. They're in their natural state of looking good. That will be me later looking good. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, and make a video. Talk to you later.